Hello and welcome to Talk Bowling, episode 106. I'm John Congdon.
I'm Tony Rucco. Talk Bowling is proud to be bringing you the latest information from the bowling industry, bowling tips, and updates on the largest internet bowling website, bowlingballcom.
We really need to get on a better schedule.
I missed it last week.
Did you?
Like, the fact that it was Friday, it just totally eluded me. Completely. I wasn't wearing, like, a black shirt or our shirt, nothing. It meant nothing to me last week.
We'll try.
We were really good.
Say that often.
We were doing really good.
Yeah. Somewhat, maybe.
Like 2 months worth.
No.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
No. 106, at least 6.
We'll go back
flying.
on.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get to the first question.
All right.
And
My fault.
I'm using, a couple of these came from YouTube, so the names are a little long and different.
So he gets to say them.
First one is from kaseyuyesugi. And
That's cool the way you said it. Go ahead.
In a typical house condition, what kind of ball does Mike Jones use? Does he still hook the entire lane, or does he square up to the lane and use urethane and entry-level equipment? I sent him the question this morning, and his response was?
His response right from Mike Jones is, on a typical house shot, I tend to use mid-performance symmetric equipment with the Sarge Easter grip. Start out playing third arrow most of the time, but move deeper throughout the night. I also throw a mean backup ball when the lanes get really weird on the right side.
I haven't seen him do that yet.
I have.
Decent.
It's not bad. Yeah, surprisingly not bad. So,
All right, the second one is from
I have nothing else to say about that.
Assassinflight.
I have
or
issues with the name. I
Assassinflight.
don't think that's what it is.
It's either Assassinflight or Ass-Ass-In-Flight.
Yes.
Hi, I'm looking to start bowling a hook and want a ball I can grow into. What would you advise on house lanes?
Well, John answered this, obviously, because I completely forgot about last week, so John got all up in this one. It is a pretty broad question, and that's what John said. If you're just getting into throwing a hook, I think we've covered this a couple times.
I'm sure we have.
But if you're just getting into hooking the ball, really you need to get a ball, obviously a performance ball, is going to make your life a lot easier than trying to hook a plastic ball.
Definitely.
And really, at that point, anything you get that's not plastic is going to be good. It just depends on how much you want to spend, I would guess would be number one, and then how much hook you want.
And what your goals are in the sport overall.
Yeah, when we were in the pro shop, when I was running the shop, we would always get people to start at an entry-level performance. Now, since I was selling balls in the shop, entry-level performance has become much more aggressive than it ever was, but what you can do is you can get something that's entry-level, maybe even like mid-performance, get yourself started, get the fundamentals down, and the good thing is that ball's going to have a purpose later on. So even if in 6 months you come back in and you want more hook, and you go into a higher performance ball, that first ball is still going to have a purpose in your bag.
Exactly.
So you're not really going to make a bad choice. Like John said, it depends on your goals. Some people go in and they want the most aggressive ball on the market, and they're just going to learn to adapt to how it rolls and go from there. So it kind of depends on where you want to start.
And you say on house lanes, but the shot changes from day to day, hour to hour, while you're bowling.
Yeah, it does. And most house shots, though, do have that typical, when they oil for league, you get that typical ball motion. And some houses are notoriously dry, some are oily. So depending on the house condition that you're talking about, that may also influence your decision.
But you are going to see many people bringing multiple balls.
Yeah, it's very common.
To change as the lanes change throughout the night. They're going to change equipment.
Right.
More than having to move too much.
Yeah, if you're just starting how to throw a hook, though, I would say don't get anything too aggressive. Get something right middle of the road. You could start down around the slingshot or tropical series. You could even move up into that mid-performance category. Brunswick has the Karma. Storm has the Crossroad now. They have another line just below that. They have a couple more product lines than Brunswick does. But you can look at any of those. I don't think you're going to make a bad choice. So if you have any questions, you can let the customer service guys here at bowlingball.com know. They can help you by live chat, or you can call in and talk to us.
Yeah, and you're going to want to get your fundamentals down, learn what you're doing so that when you buy your next ball, you're going to know more where your PAP is located.
Right.
And then you can start to really fine-tune ball motion.
Yeah, you'll have stuff to build off of. So hope that helped.
All right.
Assassinflight.
Assassinflight. The third question, would you like to ask?
I'll read it.
Okay, you read it. You
From
seem awfully excited about that. Go for
because
it.
I can say the name. It's from Christopher D. All right, here's a question. I have a really aggressive taboo blue silver. I'm standing on the lane next to me just to hit high pocket. Should I buy a new ball or should I switch to my even more aggressive ball, the reaction? I'm learning how to be more consistent, but it doesn't help the fact that in the early to middle second game, the lanes transition to a really dry lane, which causes both of my aggressive balls to react with more hooking. I'm also having a hard time making my ball roll instead of slide. My balls will just slide into the pocket instead of sliding and then rolling. Is there anything I can do to try and control my bowling balls? One last thing, I've been slowly getting my average up, 163 league average right now, but I've been hitting high games, 200s, 230s, etc. Is there any way I can make my average go up any faster than the regular 2 to 3 pins a week?
My answer is much shorter than the question.
It is, and I can only think of one thing, so I'm going to let you read your answer, and then I'll have to chime in. The whole time I was only thinking of one thing.
My answer was, if you're starting that far left at the beginning of the night, you need weaker equipment. Or either a weaker bowling ball or
you need different equipment.
Exactly. You need to do something.
Yeah.
Hooking that much of the lane is fun to impress people with, but it's going to be very difficult to maintain these high games. In my opinion, I think you always said the further right you are, the more the pocket you can see, the better you're going to.
I always say that, make the pocket as big as possible.
To address the second part of your question with increasing your average, it's the law of averages. You've got so many games behind you that to get your average to go up, it's going to take a lot more. I gave you 2 quick examples here. Plus, if you're averaging 163, how often are you bowling these 200s and 230s? Have you made a change in your game that all of a sudden you're bowling 600 to 690 every week? Or are you still having the 140, 150 games as well as the 200 and 220 games?
Basically, the more games you have in your league, the harder it is to raise your average.
Exactly.
So you could just start a new league every week.
You could. If you've only got 3 weeks in, you've got 9 games, and you're averaging 163, and then you bowl a 600, your average is going to go from 163 to 172.
Right.
It's a big jump. You get further into the week, say 20 weeks in, you've got 60 games at that same 163 average, and then you bowl a 600, you're going to go from 163 to 164. So just because you got so many games in your history, your average is not going to go up as much.
Right.
If you have made a change in your game and you want to know, okay, I made this change and I want to see how well I'm doing now, start tracking yourself. Track your last 4 or 5 weeks.
Right.
And track your average on your own.
On your own. Get your own average since you made that change or whatever.
Exactly.
Back to the ball motion real quick. You're talking about 2 really aggressive balls. The reaction is an older ball, but it was very strong. And the Taboo Blue Silver is possibly one of the earliest rolling taboos in the line. You don't have any variety in your arsenal. So the whole time I'm reading that question, all I'm thinking of is like having to be chipping on, you're on the second cut and you use your driver. You're like, I don't know why it keeps going over the green. You're using way too strong of equipment. If you're standing in the other lane in the beginning of the night, you have the wrong ball in your hand. I don't care how dry the lanes are. At the beginning of the night, if you're in the lane next to you, you have the wrong ball in your hand, put it down and go get something else. You need something shiny. If you throw the ball that aggressively, if you hook it that much, you need to go to something that's cover heavy, that's going to get the ball down the lane. So something with a light bulb weight block or a weaker weight block, and you need to get yourself further right. You are not going to get into the 200s in the lane next to you.
Exactly. So
you need to expand your arsenal a little bit. It'd be just like golfing with a driver, a 3-wood, and a putter, I guess, and you got nothing else. So you need to get something weaker in there. So that's all. Sorry,
that's all
I could think of.
Those are great points.
I chipped my driver last week. It just didn't work. Sucked.
I couldn't get it over the sand for some reason.
180.
That's only on 9. All right, this week's sponsor. You want me to? All right, this week's episode is brought to you by Storm Bowling and the all-new Vivid. The intent of the new Vivid is to create a motion which expands the current Premier line, giving you a clear picture of the lane condition while utilizing Storm's most technologically advanced cores and cover stocks. So you should have read this. This new Vivid will be a perfect fit between the original Virtual Gravity Nano Solid and Pearl versions, combining
Mid lane. Google doesn't like me.
Combining mid-lane traction and back-end hook. Purchase a new Vivid now through March 31st, and you can receive a $20 mail-in rebate from Storm Bowling. Check out the Vivid ball reaction video on bowlingball.com.
Through that one.
Yes.
Storm's going to want a twofer after that.
Probably. On the Vivid product page, there is a button that says $20 rebate.
Correct.
Click that, you'll see the rebate form.
Yeah,
Fill
we're also
that out.
sending that rebate form in with your box when you order from us. So. All right, if you want to contact us, you can email Talk Bowling at questions@talkbowling.com. Leave a comment on any episode of Talk Bowling on talkbowling.com. On Twitter, we are at Talk Bowling, and Facebook, www.facebook.com/talkbowling.
Lots of ways to contact us.
Yeah.
We seem to be getting quite a few questions.
Just kidding.
Call Mike, he likes it.
Don't call. Don't call. Yeah, we're getting a lot of action on talkbowling.com Facebook page recently.
I wonder why that is. I'm sure we'll figure that out in a minute.
Oh my gosh, there's contests.
There are.
All right.
All right, last week we asked who won the first ever PBA title using a reactive resin bowling ball.
Answer is
I don't
Mark McDowell won the AC Delco Classic January 7th, 1992 at Gable House in Torrance, California. Would have been nice to know what ball he was using.
That would have been.
I don't know.
That can be another question, though.
Yeah,
right?
I have no idea.
And I'm surprised it's 1992. I would have thought it would have been earlier than that.
Reactive resin, that was just about it.
Really?
Let's see, yeah, that would have been, that had to be one of the first years reactive resin was out on the market in full. I think there were some balls that maybe accidentally happened before that, but 92 was about the time. It was probably an outlaw.
I wasn't involved in
My guess is it was an outlaw. Or a New Line Excalibur.
We will have to find
Those
out.
are my guesses.
We'll have to write them down and check.
Okay.
All right. This week's question: who was the first left-handed player to win a national PBA tournament?
Never heard of this person.
There's a hint for you.
All right, you want to talk about contests?
Lots of contests. We're
All kinds of contests.
giving stuff away like crazy.
Yes, as of this moment, our Choose Your Path contest, we're about 300 likes away. I think we're just under 1,700 likes on Pyramid's Facebook page. So our Choose Your Path contest, if you help us get to 2,000 likes on Pyramid's Facebook page, you get to choose your own path prize pack.
If you're chosen.
Correct, if you win. Yeah, not if you just like us. Which will get you your choice of a Pyramid Path ball, a Pyramid Path single or path double roller, and any one of our 3 shoes.
Correct.
What else you got going?
Help bowlingball.com get to 10,000 likes on Facebook at facebook.com/bowlingball.com. Bowlingball.com.
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 We'll tell you how to get to it in a minute. And have a chance to win one of $300 worth of gift certificates. We're giving away 7 total. Giving away a $100 gift certificate, 2 $50, and 4 $25 gift certificates to bowlingball.com.
Correct, and you can also find information for that on our website, on the right-hand side under the Shop Smart link. You can click that banner and it'll take you to our promotions page.
Exactly.
So there you go.
All right.
What else we got?
We still got more stuff to give away.
Oh my gosh, half the show.
It has been that way lately, hasn't it?
Yes.
Contest. People are turning off already. And they're like,
We're done, thanks.
all right, bowlingball.com gives away a bowling ball every week. 52 weeks, 52 winners. All you have to do is come back every week, sign up for your chance to win. You do have to sign up weekly. That's on the right-hand side of our site. Down near the bottom, it says 52 weeks, 52 winners. And I'll tell you what product we are giving away that week.
Correct, and also on bowlingboards.com, which is a forum community website, I don't know what else you call that.
Perfect.
You get a entry into a contest for every post you make. So go in there, start a conversation, join into a conversation. Every time you post, you get a new entry, and we give one product away a week on there. And up at the top left of that site, you can see what product it is that week.
Exactly. That's all. No more. You can't have anything else.
Except check bowlingball.com's Facebook page, because Keith is in there all the time giving stuff away.
Well, he can do that too.
Yeah, he's live.
See? Just hang out with us. Hang out Facebook. All right, thank you very much for watching. I guess I should do the closing.
You probably should.
All right. In closing, please remember that bowlingball.com is free shipping on every item every day. No handling fees, no packaging fees, no added insurance fees. The price shown is the price you pay at checkout. No surprises.
That's right. I have no ball releases. I have nothing else to say.
All right, thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.